What's up team? I'm former United States Army Ranger Joshua Thompson. In this video, I'm going to be going over why you should not have any friends before selection based on my own experience in AIT and RASP. And it's not what you think. If you guys enjoy tip videos just like this, make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. Let's get into it. So to start off, picture yourself at AIT. You're going through long rigorous days to learn up your MOS and AIT training for your advanced individual training every single day to become an Army Ranger with your battle buddies. You have an immense advantage over other candidates because you have someone to keep you accountable besides morning PT. You have someone to compete with. These individuals are going to make you do more reps. They're going to make you run further. All right, you're competing with each other. And so therefore you're going to get higher results faster when you train with a battle buddy. You're also going to have someone to share the suck with. It's not just going to be you putting in the miles. It's not just going to be you putting in the hours in the gym. You're going to have a battle buddy there with you embracing the suck. So looking at all these positives, why am I so adamant about keeping to yourself before you step into selection? When I was in AIT, I trained every single day, no compromises. I was going to make it no matter what. That was my mindset every single day going into it. This type of effort attracts others who aspire to do the same. So it didn't take very long for a PT group to form around me who would train with me every single day. And obviously I would get to know these soldiers really well. I'm training with them every single day. We're going to class every single day. And so with this constant exposure, obviously you're going to form connections with individuals in your AIT. We would talk about going to RASP. We would talk about what we would do when we got to Ranger Regiment. We would talk about all these things when we became successful in the military. And this group was a fairly large group. It was around 16 to 20 individuals training with me every single day. We would wake up earlier than the rest of the company because RASP PT was earlier than regular PT. And then sometimes we get told by our drill sergeants to go join the regular PT because you guys are aspiring to be Rangers. So we do extra PT. But out of all of these individuals who I saw constantly for months, not one of them made it through RASP with me. One guy got close, he made it to week 6 with me, but still, even he didn't make it, and he decided not to recycle. And so I was the only individual who made it through RASP out of all the individuals I trained up with and went over to the Plane 2 RASP on Fort Benning with. That may sound badass, but to some this might be intimidating and it can actually influence their decision whether to stay or quit in selection. Personally, I chose to stay despite losing all those connections. And so we have to take a look at the 6th stanza of the Ranger Creed. Readily will I display the intestinal fortitude required to fight on to the Ranger objective and complete the mission. Though I be the lone survivor, Rangers lead the way. This is not just a saying, it's a mindset. You have to push forward towards your goal despite everyone around you who you have been exposed to for months going through this hardship, quitting around you. You have to keep going despite seeing all that. That's the level of independence required in order to make it through selection. And so like I said, I've seen individuals, particularly in the group that I trained up with, who went to RASP only because I went to RASP or a buddy of theirs went to RASP. They only went there not because of their decision, but because they saw someone else do it. This also had a flip-flop effect. When they saw their buddies around them quit, they also quit. And so this is the reason why I'm saying be careful making friends before you go to selection, because it can indirectly influence your decision making when going through the selection process. Now here's the thing, I'm not saying do not make friends no matter what. You just gotta go in and be a stone cold killer. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is if you cannot detach your own decision-making process from the group's decision-making process, then you should not be going to selection. You're going to have to teach yourself to make your decisions based on your own goals. Otherwise, the group's decision is going to be your automatic decision and you will quit. So I'm not saying do not make friends. Of course, you're going to go and make connections, meet people throughout your military journey. That's just going to be an automatic thing. However, if those same people are influencing your decision-making process based on their own decisions, deciding if they want to stay, if they want to quit, and that's the basis of why you decide to stay in selection or quit selection, you may be better off just going in alone. not making those connections. Because at the end of the day, selection is about you, your discipline, your motivation, your willingness to push through despite all the chaos around you, despite the fact that all your connections are dropping like flies. Because that's what happened to me. It's your ability to push through when nobody else can. Otherwise, when your buddies are around you, start making excuses. Stop showing up every day. And eventually quit, so will you. On the other side, when you pass RASP and get to Ranger Battalion, you'll find the right people. You're going to be surrounded with people who actually want to grow, who actually will put in the work, who will actually lift up others around them because they want to become the best versions of themselves. These are the people you're going to be surrounded with. And because you're watching my channel and making it to the end of this video, I assume you want to be surrounded with those type of people. People who don't drag you down, they lift you up. But that's going to do it, guys. If you guys found this video informative in any way, hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. If you're watching this within the first 7 days, hit the hype button so we can expand this video's reach to other aspiring candidates for RASP. These are our Ranger buddies who also want to grow as well. If you guys thought I missed anything or would like to add your thoughts, comment down in the comment section. If you're looking for a program to train up for RASP, I have my personal programs that I used when I went through RASP in my Patreon. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.